guys, welcome back to Chris Flies Planes. Chris here, of course, and I need to turn that down in my headphones. It's exceptionally loud. How is everyone doing? We are back streaming today. We're going to be doing a little bit of DCS Worlds, seeing as clearly no one wanted to watch Everspace. Quickly get some setting ups done here. So let's just start out with let's go to a fast mission in the Mirage. I'm still a little bit rusty flying this. Let's do in Nevada. Let's do that. In the meantime, I can do a little bit of setup here. So I actually switched to using the Framelabs streaming software. I'm using Restream, so actually streaming to Facebook and YouTube simultaneously. It's not Facebook, sorry. Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. How do I set the game here? Let's just jump back into DCS here. And let's quickly pop our way over here. Okay, let's just see here. YouTube is not working out very well for me. Couple of teething issues here, guys, but we're going to be on the way fairly soon. Seems Streamlabs didn't give me the option to set my game, so I just need to pop over to YouTube and do that myself. Just give me 1 second and we'll get that done. YouTube Studio Beta, and we're going to have to go to the other one. Okay, here we go. We're getting there. Live streaming. And DCS 2.5 stream. Messing around in different planes. Does that save automatically, or do I need to save it? No, it looks like it saves automatically. That's great news. Let's pop our way over to twitch.tv and get that set up there. Close that, close that. DCS World 2.5 stream. Okay, I think we are about set up there. Looking pretty good. Just want to one more thing very quickly here. make our way over to Streamlabs. Okay. Okay, we're about good to go now, finally. So let's jump in and let's get going. So we're going to start out with just a little simple flight in the Mirage 2000C. Let me get my checklist out. I'm just going to work through this nice and quickly. And then we might do some messing around in the Harrier. I haven't flown in the Harrier for quite some time. It's exceptionally difficult, so we're going to see how that goes. Just check all the audio is working fine. It certainly looks to be. Just check Streamlabs. Certainly seems to be fine as well. Saying that. Okay, here we go. So we are loading. Can't beat the load times in DCS, that's for sure. So I did actually print out a flight checklist of DCS. I found, I think I basically searched DCS Mirage 2000C checklist and found a printable one on the DCS plugins site. I don't know how I feel about it. It certainly looks very nice. It's also got all the radio channels, weapons config, all that kind of stuff, which is really handy. But I feel like the order of the checklist is a little bit off. We'll see it in a moment. It's definitely different from Chuck's Guide, which I'm sure a lot of you guys will be used to doing. But you'll see it in a moment if this game ever loads. And then, yeah, I might have played in the Harrier maybe. Yeah, YouTube and Twitch, but just promote YouTube. Yeah, it's not working on my computer either. It's just loading up. It should be going. If you turn the sound up, you should be able to hear me speak, so. Oh, it won't echo anyway, it's not too loud. I won't pick up my microphone too much. Hopefully at some point this game will actually load, which would be nice. I imagine at some point it's going to load. Here we go. Okay, let's have a look. So it seems to have started us out at night, which is certainly not intentional, but let's see what we can do here. I'm going to just left Alt and L is going to give me a flashlight, which is useful. Let's just get that on, and let's get going, I guess. Right, so let's get the battery on first. I'm going to radio into the ground. My basic goal right now is to get the ground power on, so I can get some lights in here. Okay, now we're looking a little bit more lit up. That's a little bit better. Let's jump into the checklist here. We're going to work through this nice and quickly. So battery on, electrical transfer on, alternator 1 and 2 on. That is all correct. We are going to turn the what's that called? The INS, sorry, to a line, and hit Val. Get that going. So you see the countdown starting to appear there. Let's jump on over to the left here. You can see that the autopilot test switch, the fly-by-wire test switch, the afterburner cutoff switch, the emergency oil pump and the emergency computer switch are all covered, which is fantastic news. The tape recorder is probably on. It's not functional anyway, so I'm not going to worry about that. Fly-by-wire gain switch is covered, emergency trim is N, relight switch is off, radar is off, scoops, S-cones and slats are all set to auto. Anti-collision lights, navigation lights and formation lights are all off. The anti-skid switch is covered. The emergency throttle is covered. Refuel, landing and police lights are off. Let's get the radio switched on here. So that is on and that is on. I don't actually know where we are. Let's just have a look at that very quickly. We are at Nellis. Okay, good news. So the ATC is going to be at 132550, 132550. So we're going to switch this over to manual and turn this to 132550. Let's check that is not on manual. That is now on manual. So let's radio through to ATC and get start up permission. Fantastic. I'm actually going to close the canopy. I know you wouldn't necessarily do it now due to fire egress reasons, but it is raining and noisy outside. So let's do that. Okay, main instruments panel. So the master arm should be off, which it is. Select suggestion switch should be covered. Standby ADI should be uncaged. Main ADI mode should be normal. Fly-by-wire spin should be normal. Altitude indicator should be set. Let's see what the altitude is actually. At Nellis. Nellis is, I don't have it here, I probably have it in the briefing. Nellis is at 2711 inches of pressure. I'm pretty sure that's not the right terminology, but 2711, I have a convert table in here. 2711 is really low basically, so I'm sure that's probably set right. We'll go with that. Let's turn the ooh, that's very sensitive. Let's turn the head-up display on. Let's resume. Head-up display. Can't really see the switch on. The head-down display can go on. IFF switches should be out there and there. Let's see. HSI should be nav, which it is. Transfer test switch is tested. Bingo fuel selector is set to 1200, which is fine. Let's just test for lights quickly. There we go, and there we go. So they are all looking absolutely fine. Right instrument panels. Alert should be down. Oxygen should be checked, which is here. Alert is down, sorry. Audio alert off, hydraulic pump is off, canopy is down, VOR ILS is off, TACAN mode is off, emergency horizon is normal. Canopy air conditioning is on, and that's off. Interior lighting as required, we've done that already. Starter fuel pump is off, engine fuel left boost pump is off, engine fuel right boost pump is off. Ventilation sector is on G or D, it's on D at the minute. LP main cock switch cover is open, LP main cock switch is on, and circuit breakers are checked. Okay, so we can now get going with the checklist. We're going to set the parking brake here. We're going to go 1, 2, no, I can say actually 3, 4, 5. Just going to make sure our throttle is at cutoff, which it is not. Now it is. Okay, going to press this button to get the engine going. As soon as we pass 10, we're going to push that to idle. That's going to get that going. We'll see some lights turn off on the emergency thing. while that is going, let's just get the ILS. Let's plan our flight actually very quickly. So we're at Nellis Air Force Base. Why don't we head? I want to go somewhere with a TACAN and VOR. That has got a TACAN. It hasn't got a VOR. Actually, I'd quite like to fly over Vegas, because I think that would be kind of cool. Let's fly out over Vegas, but we're going to head up to Tonopah Test Range Airfield. So it's 77X and 113, 77X. So let's do that. Let's get where you can go on actually. And what did I say there? 113, 113, and that can go to 0. Let's get that on. Okay, I guess the engine's probably started and pretty happy by now. So we can close that, turn that off, set this to vent. We are going to turn that on, that on, and that on. Okay. Let's disconnect the GPU, or let's get the ground crew too. We're not going to do it ourselves. Nope. Let's try that one again. Okay, is that turning? You turning that off? We have turned that off. Okay, looking pretty good. Anti-collision light should be on. So let's bang those on. Show these guys here, I believe. Yes. Just turn them on. We're also going to turn our taxi lights on. You can see it's an absolutely horrible day out there. There we go. I'm just going to check my phone very quickly. I have a load of emails. Okay, so checking through the rest of the checklist. Taxiing checklist. Here we go. So let's get our nose wheel steering on, which I believe is that button there, and let's get zoomed out a little bit. Let's radio through to ATC. We're in a pretty prime location here for the old takeoff. Three left or three right, pal. That's going to be very useful information. I think it might have it in my wee checklist here. So where are we? We're at Nellis. It honestly doesn't say. Let's. Well, it looks like the marking's there, so let's assume it's going to be this guy. And yeah, so we can actually just head straight out here onto runway 3, which is pretty great news. I assume we're facing that way, so we just need to kind of, I guess, turn around. So let's release our parking brake, and INS is pretty damn close to alignment, so let's can we just kill the alignment there? Why not, eh? Right, let's get rolling here. And I'm just gonna hope there's no aircraft next to me. Fantastic news. And let's get heading out. It is a very grim day to be flying here, but we picked random. This is about as random as it gets. So a little bit of night flying is quite good anyway, so I'm okay with this. Let's get ourselves lined up on the runway. Oh, I didn't clear for takeoff. My bad. Well. Okay, so I'm going to go down here. I'm just going to get all that lot off. Let's get that off. Okay, let's quickly check our landing. Let's get that torch back on. Okay, so landing lights are on, canopy is down and locked, caution warning lights panel is all off, except decollage. I can never quite get that right, but I'm sure there's a good reason for it. Military power set. Okay, so we're going to go. So we're going to hold left and right wheel brake, and we're going to throttle forwards to about there. And whoa, that's really sensitive today. Let's just get our nose wheel steering off. There's a lot of wind. Woo! So we just turned our landing lights off, which is why you can see the screen suddenly go. Well, you suddenly can't see the rain. That is us. Oh, you can certainly see some rain now. Let's throttle her back down a little bit more. I'm going to nose her right up here. I'm just going to stick autopilot on and check. I mean, I think everything's pretty much checked there. There's no point flying over Vegas because we're not going to be able to see shit anyway. So let's just head up and get going here. Yeah, I mean, it is a pretty grim day, that's for sure. Nonetheless, it's going to be quite a good test for our landing chops, so that should be fun. Okay, we can probably call her there at 10,000 feet-ish. Just pop her down there. And you can see we are... Where did we say we were going to... We said we were going to fly to Tonopah, right? Let's quickly... I don't really want to be flying this way particularly, because that is where the fight is. And I'm pretty confident we don't actually have any weapons. I'm actually just going to... Oh wow, okay, you can see fight going on there. We need to get the fuck out of here right now. Okay, well that went extremely well. Seems to have been shot down there by a MiG-29. Kind of saw that a little bit too last minute. I should have turned the radar and countermeasures on. Then let's jump back out. And we can probably jump in and do that again very quickly. Let's just generate another random one. Because it's quite fun to do. Let's create fast mission. Nevada from ramp. Actually, let's go. Well, let's go from a ramp. It's always good to repeat the old takeoff maneuvers. Let's just hit start there. Okay. Once again, we go through the endlessly long loading times here. And what entirely that noise was outside there. But did, but I don't think it was. There's a big old lorry out there now. Okay. Right, so we've got slightly more pleasurable weather to fly in here. Again, we're going to try and get through this as quick as possible. So let's get battery on. Let's get onto the ground crew. Get our electrical power on. we are going to quickly turn on our radios. Going to put this on manual. Let's see where we are. We are in Creech Air Force Base, so we're going to be 118.3. So let's just pop that guy 118.3, and let's radio ATC for startup. Well, thank you very much. Okay, so let's see. We want to start our INS alignment as pretty much as soon as possible here. Just grab this on, turn that on. Let's just plan a quick flight here. Let's work out exactly what we're going to be doing. So we are currently at Creech Air Force Base. We do not want to be flying west. So let's just do a little bit of a flight. Let's aim to fly down to Nellis eventually. So Nellis is going to be 12x on the TACAN. So let's do that. 12x. That can stay off for now. Everything else there is looking pretty grand. Everything else around here is looking pretty good. Let's get our radar warning up. Anti-collision lights can go on. Taxi lights can go on. Let's uncage this guy. Let's just pop these guys on. Let's pop this on, so we don't get a repeat of last time. And let's not worry about this stuff too now. So let's get going on the engine start. So we're going to switch, 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 press. Okay, as soon as we hit 10, just going to throttle up. Okay, the fuel's looking fine, everything around here is looking fine. So let's make sure our parking brake is engaged. We should really have already done that. Let's just request taxi to runway. We're going to be pretty much good to go in a second here. Let's go 1, 2, 3. And then this can go down and off, this can go to D. Everything else around here is looking pretty great. Let's get the TACAN switched on. I'm going to switch this straight to TACAN mode because we are going to be navigating by TACAN. We are going to go for a little fun flight first before we head off to Nellis Air Force Base. Okay, we're looking pretty good. I didn't catch which runway that was. Let's just... What were two options for runway 8? I think he said runway 8, which is the ILS runway. So let's do that. So which way are we going to be navigating here? We're going to be heading over here. So it looks like we're going to come out here. So we're going to hang a right, then another right, head all the way down, and then another right. Okay. Please don't crash DCS. Thank you. Oh no, DCS did crash. Fantastic. Okay, let's very much quickly load that back up. I don't know if anyone is watching, but if you are, how are you doing? Please say hi if you are. I do enjoy having people to chat to. Let's quickly pop up DCS again. Hopefully it won't take too long to load this time around. Pretty slow. But then we're going to jump back into the DCS Mirage again once we load up, do another flight in that, see if we can actually put it down in a nice landing, and then I think we're going to jump into the Harrier and have some fun. I like the Harrier. It's extremely difficult to fly. Apparently, it is extremely difficult to fly in real life. My dad, apparently, Harrier pilots are known for being a little bit arrogant, maybe, just because the Harrier is so bloody hard to fly. So, certainly from my experience in the flight sim, it definitely seems to be the case. Hopefully, at some point fairly soon, we'll find out if DCS actually wants to load. Did you share this in my Facebook?
Yeah.
Cool. No, it's alright. No, it's been like 40 minutes. What is on the new house checklist? What things are there to buy? All of the kitchen appliances? How many kitchen appliances do we need?
Well, fridge, washing machine, toaster, microwave, kettle.
Do we need a toaster? Yeah, I guess we need a toaster. Do we need a microwave? I don't like microwaves.
I might actually have one in storage already.
No. I mean, like, you could buy a toaster for like £5 on Argos, but I'd rather maybe spend a little bit more money.
Yeah. And just stuff like drying rack or one of those cutlery things to separate your cutlery.
Yeah, my kind of viewpoint is once you move in, you pretty much find out what you need pretty quickly by what you need, and if you don't feel like you need it, then you just don't buy it.
Well, I've written 3 lists to work out how to prioritise what we need. Like things that we should probably get straight away, then things that can wait a bit, like a spice rack and a cooling fan.
Yeah, a spice rack can definitely. I can make a spice rack anyway.
And a shoe rack.
I can definitely make a shoe rack.
Bath and loo mats.
I can't make those.
No. Home printer scanner.
Though I do quite like the wooden bath mats, like the Japanese style ones. They're like, so they raise you off, so you just step onto them.
That sounded like you were going to sing Westlife.
Like, say what?
That you were going to sing Westlife. You raised me up.
You raise me up. No, I'm not going to sing Westlife, I'm afraid.
I don't know.
Right. Okay. Let's see what DCS presents us with this time. I wonder if you can pull up. Is it possible to pull up an armament menu? I'm not actually too sure. I mean, we're going to be waiting another half hour for it to load anyway. But yeah, I quite like the wooden bathroom mats. Do you think like bathroom mats get really gross?
Yeah, but you just wash them. Wooden ones are horrible.
Why? You can get ones which are actually like live moss. They're like little wooden troughs with moss in, so you just stand on them.
Moss in the house.
Why?
I don't know.
It's nice, you like plants.
Just have like really nice mats.
And we don't need a toilet mat, because that's disgusting.
Well, that's why you need a mat because.
No, you don't. You just have like a normal floor which you wash. Toilet mats are horrendous.
But they go
No.
wash.
No, absolutely no. It's not the 1980s anymore. We don't need toilet mats. Like, when was the last time you went in a house with a toilet mat?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't actually know.
Yeah. Just because they're horrendous. They're not okay.
I've also put on the lower priority list coffee table.
Well, I can build a coffee table.
Yes,
We
which is
find.
lower priority.
You just need to find like nice designs for everything, and then we'll YouTube me potentially cutting my hands off with a mitre saw.
Yeah, and coasters.
Uh,
Well, that.
I have coasters. Yeah, I've got the Facebook ones. They're fine. I'm not worried about replacing coasters because you don't think they look good.
These are on a low priority list. Like
Yeah, but they're like, if we already own coasters which function fine as coasters, I'm not buying any more. It's wasteful. No, we don't need coasters if we've got working coasters. They're coasters.
Coasters are meant to be a bit decorative.
No, they're not. They're coasters. We're not buying new coasters if we have coasters, and we're not encouraging people to buy us coasters if we already have coasters. It's wasteful. I don't care if you like them, it's wasteful.
Oh, we need an armchair. Some of them.
We do, yeah, need an armchair. Okay, we are finally good to go again. Seems like this weather's a little bit interesting looking, but anyway, let's just get going again once again here. So we are going to go battery on, let's radio ground crew, and oh wait, actually before we do this, can we do the armament thing? Can we do it? Rearm, refuel. Okay, here we go. So let's put on a should we put on cap or air intercepts? Let's put on an air intercept. I don't need the additional fuel tank. I'm going to be honest, I haven't flown combat in this plane in about 6 months, so this could go very poorly. But let's just pop outside here, and you can see the weather is just horrendous today. Both because it's snowing, and also it seems graphically a little bit dodgy, but... Come on, ground crew. Oh. Okay, we're getting there now. There's some missiles. A couple more missiles, one more, and I think we're good. Rearming complete. Fantastic news, thank you, pal. Let's get our ground power on. Gonna close our canopies, it's quite noisy again. It didn't work. There we go. Get that closed and locked. Okay, so we need to get. Let's get the let's get the the INS aligning first. Let's get that on align and hit Val. Let's get the radio switched on. You can go on as well. Imagine they're on. Yeah, well, they seem to be on. Let's just going to switch this guy to manual. Let's see where we actually are. So we are at Groom Lake Air Force Base, and we're going to be on 118 for the ATC. Let's just get that set quickly. 118, perfect. And let's call up ATC and get our startup permission. In the meantime, let's get the head-up display on, the head-down display on. Just going to switch all of those on. I don't really know what they do. I don't think they're functional in this, I should say. So let's get that clicked. Everything else around here is looking pretty grand. I'm not too worried about anything here. Everything here looks fine. Everything everywhere looks pretty fine. Let's get landing lights on. Let's get our anti-collision lights on. Let's start our engine. Let's get our radar warming up. And then we're going to go on, click. And hopefully it's going to get the engine going. As soon as we hit 10, we're going to go up and back. It's going to turn our countermeasures on. I'm not sure if we're going to be turning them on the floor, but... Okay. So just about there with the engine. Let's get this down, off. This can go on vent. 1, 2, 3. We are being currently being tagged by a MiG-29. Seems a little bit mean, since we are actually still on the floor. Not really much I can do right now. Just for now. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, we're not dead. Let's stick this guy on vents. Everything else down here is looking pretty great. Let's get ground power off. Once again, we're being pegged by this asshole. Canopy is down and locked. I think basically we're good to go. Let's get our... oh shit, I didn't see which runway was active. I'm going to assume it's going to be runway 32. So... And also, which way are we facing? Let's get rolling out here. Let's get... Okay, we are cleared for takeoff. So let's just do this. We're going to get our takeoff lights on. Our INS, we're just going to fuck that off. It's going to be okay. Let's get that on there. So we're going to hold those. Okay, let's get just gonna bang autopilot on. I need to set the TDC slew up. Looks like we're going to be going pretty much straight into combat here, not into cockpit. So let's just quickly get the TDC slew set up. So we're going to go up, right, left, and down. Our master arm can go on. And autopilot can come back off now. I'm just going to check I have. So that's set to target lock, that's set to weapons fire bombs release, neutral steering. Okay, let's get this zoomed out a little bit. First goal is just to get some altitude. I just want to swap out some of this speed for some altitude nice and quickly here. I'm going to try and get up to around 20,000 feet. And also, if I can get this to square, no, square. There we go. Right. I'll try and get this guy off my nose. Let's see if we can work out what this guy is. Zoom out a little bit so we can see our radar screen here. Let's just pop our afterburner off here. Okay. So let's switch actually over. I think the S30 is the one we really want. Made me jump. Can't actually see these guys on radar, which is like vaguely concerning to me. I'm kind of hoping to be able to see them by now. Whoa, okay, we're out of it. I don't have chaff set. I need to get that set pretty rapidly. Probably set as countermeasure. Oh, I don't really know how this is going to work. Let's set that. Maybe that. That's not doing anything. Could be in a little bit of trouble here. But if we do program 1 and program 2. Okay, let's turn in again. Okay, Fox 1, let's get out of here. We've got a missile coming. Another one coming. Can we outrun it? That one might have been a touch closer. Just gonna switch to our magic. And oh, that is us. Nothing. Don't think we're going to be walking away from that one. Okay. Let's so as you can probably guess, I'm still not too great at combat. Again, I've been a little bit out of practice. Let's jump in and let's have some fun in the Harrier, because I haven't really flown that too much. So let's create a fast mission with the Harrier. We'll be flying from the UK, of course, and we're going to go into advanced mode, and we're just going to set enemy hostilities to none. Let's set blue to max, just because then you get like a load of really cool people around, which I really enjoy. Let's set the Theatre of Water, Nevada, and let's get that generated. I'm just going to pull up Chuck's guide on my laptop here. And let's see what we can do. Okay, I certainly don't need all the reading stuff here. Okay, so just looking at the Chuck's guide for the Harrier, it's certainly a spectacularly complex plane. I think, however we look at it, this is going to be a little bit of an adventure. Right. Well, I feel like Chuck's guide's really got a little more detail since last time I saw it for the Harrier. Okay. So, first of all, let's just have a look. Look how beautiful this is. I set UK, and it seems to be that we're in English, in American livery here, which is vaguely annoying, but what can we do? Okay, so we're going to start with canopy. So it looks like we're going to be looking back. Can't even work out which way he's looking there. So this could be a little bit on the slow side here, but first thing we're going to do is set the locking lever aft. Aft is back or forwards? Babes, it's aft, back or forwards? Forward and aft, back, okay.
I guess aft.
No, that would make no sense. I think I appreciate your effort to put some logic into that, but
There's no logic.
so what I've noticed is if I look back and I click on this, nothing happens. If I let's try this. Let's do that, and then if I click on this, still nothing happens. I don't know if like the click spot is broken or what's going on there, but I can never get it to work. Let's I think if we hit C maybe, or let's see what the canopy controls are set at. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. It's very possible. Left control and C. And then this is going to go forward to lock. So that now should be closed and locked. Then we're going to jump down to our right hand side here. I don't even have zoom mapped, which is something I do normally. So we're going to map that to this. Can we, hello? Is that not an axis? Axis, I should say. Yeah, there we go. Right. So we are going to turn lids to norm. We are going to have the oxygen on, which is forward. The SAS stability augmentation system, which is number 4. So we're going to move our face forward somewhat up to this little box here. We're going to switch that on, which is going to be pitch, roll and yaw. Let's get those done. Q-fill switch is going to be on, so that's going to be this little chappy here. Rudder pedal shaker should be on. Wait, is that one? No. On. Anti-skid switch, sorry, should be on, which is there. Okay, startup procedure. There's a little bit of reading to do here on the old startup procedure, so I guess we'll just work our way through that very quickly and see if we can do some learning. Harrier is equipped for GTS, gas turbine starter, and also referred to as an APU, an auxiliary power unit. We know about that for sure. So, if the engine start switch is held and the GTS APU is not running, the GTS starts and accelerates to operating speed within 25 seconds. When the engine attains self-sustaining speed, the GTS automatically disengages and the engine start switch returns to off. If the engine start switch is held and the GTS APU is already running in APU gen mode, the APU generator drops offline, the APU switch automatically returns to off, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. So, I don't know which one we're going to be doing here, but we're going to be doing one of them, so let's just pop our face around this way. Or this way. The parking brake lever. Let's just parking brake lever. Parking brake lever is you. Hello. That looks. Oh, parking brake. So now the parking brake is. It should be aft. Okay, so that is, I'm guessing, aft. We're going to switch our head around here. We're going to be flying around all over the place today. Let's get the battery switched on. The main generator switch on. Check that the voltmeter is at least 24.5, which is here. That is at least 24.5, sorry. The engine RPM switch should be set to low, which is back over here. Engine RPM switch is set to low. That's fantastic news. Okay, what are we next? EFC engine fuel control switch should be set to position 1. So we're actually going to be over here for a little bit. That is set to position 1. Left right boost pump switches should be at normal forwards, which is here and here. Fuel flow proportioner should be on, which is U. Okay, number 9, JPTL, jet pipe temperature limiter switch should be on and aft, which is going to swing our head around here by the looks of it. On and aft, which is that way. Manual fuel switch, sorry, should be aft, which is here, and it is. Number 11, throttle should be off fully aft, which I can't even move it, so I'm assuming it is. So, assuming's always good when you're trying to fly a fighter jet. Set novel position lever between aft and 10 degrees, which is here. Looks to be about right to me. Okay, fuel shut-off handle should be on or down. On and down, perhaps? Yeah, there we go. And the DECS, the digital engine control system switch should be on. Let's turn that on. Okay, how are we doing? Optional. Do we want to start on APU or do we not want to start on APU? We do want to start on APU. I'm going to map a communications thingy-majig. Blah blah blah. That's definitely the word I was looking for. Let's go for ground crew and turn on ground power. Ground power enabled? Ground power is now on. Beautiful news. Okay, so we are going to do an APU start. If I can find 15 and 16. Because it's... oh no, here we go. It says 16. Where's 15? Where is the APU generator switch? Let's hope it's over here with the other power things. APU generator switch can be on. Confirm the APU advisory is out. I can't see an APU advisory. I can hear an APU starting though, which is good news. 18. Oh, here we go. Okie dokie. Set left and right MPCD brightness knobs, which is here. Turn them up full and full. Click on Eng OSB option select button to set right MPCD to the engine data page, which is you, I assume. Set engine start switch. Okay, I need to maybe read a little bit here. On a direct, oh no, we're doing a translation. So there is a 10-second deceleration of the APU until before the GTS engages to start the engine. So we're going to flick this to engine start. Hello? my throttle even set? Thrust. Thrust is set. Just gonna pop that and just. I have no idea what's happening now. Let's turn the APU on again. Once engine RPM starts rising. Where is engine RPM? Nothing really seems to be happening here. I'm going to try turning off the ground power, and let's try do this t'other way. Ground power off. Well, I can hear something happening now. Okay, what am I missing here, guys? What am I missing? The throttle isn't fully aft, which I feel... Oh, now it is. Maybe this is what I'm missing. Yeah, there we go. The throttle has to be fully aft. That is what I'm missing. So let's just pop this now forward to idle, I assume. Okay, that sounds much better. So we're going to check that the engine stabilizes between 28.4 and 29 RPM, which is, I guess, the fan RPM just on this little screen here. And that's looking pretty great. The JPT, which is the jet pipe temperature, should not exceed 554 degrees Celsius. That seems pretty hot anyway. The hydraulics 1 and 2 should stabilize at some amount of number. Where's that? Where can I see that? Okay, here, so they're both at 300, which is about right. Set novel position lever to 10 degrees. So I can change that, but where do I see that change taking place? Where is... I have a nozzle degree thing. Oh, here we go. Okay, so that's a little bit too far. Let's turn that off down a little bit. Looks to be about 10 degrees to me. This is to prevent excessive wear on the tailplane and flaps. So, you know, learning every day. Set seat ground safety lever down, which is here. With the seat ground safety lever, that goes down. Set flaps power switch on to middle. We are going to be around here somewhere. So these can go flaps mode switch. That's stall and that's middle. Oh, the power switch should be middle, which is, I guess, this one here. Yeah. And these can go into up, which is cruise. Going to set our RWR on, which should be around here. On. Auto. And this one's gone to standby. 35 is set. MPCD brightness, and we're going to click EHSD, which is here, which is going to show us our electronic horizontal situation display page. And apparently we are already pre-aligned. So I can just go to nav. Bit test seems like we're done. Let's radio into ATC. We're at Nellis, and let's request our startup. I don't actually know where the radios are in this guy. This is one hell. Is that me making that noise? That is one hell of a noise. How do I turn the radios on in this plane? Where are the radios in this plane? I guess is the actual question I should be asking. Radios. Here, that looks like a VUHF radio. So let's turn this on to TRNG, I guess. Gotta have guard on. What does this guy do? This guy is a frequency mode switch. This is like some sort of channel maybe knob. No. This channel knob? No. This guy? No. This guy? No. This guy. Hello? Hello. Hello? How does one work the radio in this? Do we have a radio section within here? Vertical landing, vertical landing, vertical landing, conventional landing, Pegasus, engine parameters, blah blah blah, 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 blah 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 blah. That is sensors. Sensors, weapons and armament. Knowing Chuck's guide, radio should be shortly after this. I say shortly after this, it seems to be quite a long section. RWR and countermeasures, I was wrong. Radio tutorial, here we go. You cannot set frequencies manual. You can control the radio, okay. So, left click on the desired COM1 or COM2 channel selector to select it. So actually we're doing the radio up here by the looks of it. So we're going to select COM1, I guess. Kind of hoping these act as like switches. So let's put those up. Let's put this up. Okay, so now I can actually see. So we're going to left click this to select it. Okay. Then we're going to scroll the mouse wheel on the desired COM channel. Oh yeah, here we go. That looks good. Do I have a tape? No. Right, who are we meant to be radioing? So let's pop into here. And we are at, Mesquite Air Base apparently. Which doesn't even have ATC. Really? Okay. Well, I'm glad I learned how to do the ATC then. Things that we are at an airbase without any ATC. Super useful. Okay, so I guess... do we have any other air bases? We are in the middle of nowhere, let me tell you. Let's set Nellis then. So Nellis is going to be 132550 or 327. 132550. Let's try and find that. 132550. Or what was the other one, sorry, for Nellis? 132550 or 327. Let's see if 327's programmed in anywhere. We just see some threes. No. How would one do it? Press clear. I may have somewhat broken this. Well, it doesn't seem like this is working particularly well. Okay, well, I don't really understand that. I'm not sure if the radios are fully set yet. Let's just swing our way back up to where we were. Bum. So we're at taxi. Let's keep going. Okay, complete aircraft setup. So 37, we're going to set the altitude switch to a radar altimeter. .38 is going to be set volumes. I kind of broke this bit anyway. 39 is going to be to set frequencies, so press that. And it really should show up there, but apparently I have broken it. So that's fine. We're going to set these guys up. It's all the way, and all the way. That's 41, 42, 43, and we're going to go to 44, which looks like it's down here. So we're going to set FLIR on 45 and 46, a DMT, which is the dual mode tracker switch, and a probe heat switch on. And then we're going to taxi. So we're going to ensure the anti-skid switch is on. I believe we've done that already. So that's fine, anti-skid is fine. We're going to select V-stall for vertical short takeoff and landing, which is up here. Just going to click that. I'm going to set trim to 0 degree rudder, 0 degree aileron, and 4 degree stabilator nose down. Where do we do that? Down here. I'm not really sure I've got trim set. So what do we need? We need to set the stabilator trim. Stabilator. Should we assume that's like pitch, maybe? Let's do pitch up. Oh no. Let's do pitch up, pitch down, and then let's just try that now. Where's it going to show me the stabilator? It's going to show me the stabilator on here. So that wants to be set to 4 degrees nose down. Okay. Release parking brake, which is over here, which is you. And then throttle up to taxi, right, okay. So it's may have somewhat killed the engine there, it's quite annoying. Alright, let's put that forwards again. Let's go to engine start again. That wants to be back. I remember having this mistake last time I flew in a Harrier. It's another one of the many things that makes a Harrier quite frustrating to fly. Okay, so now we can push this forward. Now if we pop that down, it stops us from going back. So now we can once again wait for our RPM to come up. Okay, I do need to map something very quickly by the looks of it. Yeah, so I need to map this guy to this. Okay, so let's try this again. So we're going to parking brake. Okay, so that's fine now. Okay, so we are now good to go. So let's swing her all the way around here. Oh god, we are pretty fast. May have saved that. I'm going to go for maybe a vertical takeoff, so it doesn't actually matter how much runway we have here. Let's just pop her down there. Conventional take. We're not doing a conventional takeoff. Short takeoff, no. Vertical takeoff. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So we're going to set stopper fully aft, which is you. Going to set the novel position lever to 82 degrees, which is hopefully about there. Do we have this on the screen? We do. Let me actually map this to something here. Hopefully me access assign nozzle angle. Here we go. I'm going to map this to one of my little twizzle switches. And that is going to, what did we say? 82 degrees. Flap lever is going to be set to stall, which is there. Set H2O water injection switch to take off, only if required in case of heavy payload. I don't believe we have a heavy payload, so I think we're probably okay on that. I'm going to set our stabilator trim to take off, which is 2 degrees nose down. Let's just pop that up a couple of degrees. We're going to hold our brakes. I don't actually have brakes set. Let's get that done. Search brakes. Brakes. Okay. There's brakes. Throttle up gradually until lift off. Okay, here we go. Okay. So that was a vertical takeoff in the Harrier. That went way better than I thought it was going to go, to be honest with everyone. Hey, FSX Kevlar, how you doing, pal? I was trying to do... I've basically broken my radio, so now if I do anything, nothing really happens. If I switch it to manual, and then input... Nothing really happens. I think I may have just completely broken it. I know last time I flew this, it wasn't actually fully modelled, so I'm not really too sure what's going on here. This plane feels so slow compared to the Mirage. I know it's not really like an air intercept, but I mean it turns quite nicely. I feel like this is the way Harriers are meant to be flown, really, like as close as possible to the floor. Trim's still not quite right. There we go. See where we are and where we're headed quickly. So if we head 225, which actually we're about, we can go and let's go and have a look at Vegas. Then we can try and work out how the hell we're going to manage to do a landing. you're still about, Kevlar, how you doing today, man? We on radar altimeter? Yeah, it seems like we are. It's good to hear, pal. Okay. That's 30 foot? I guess 30 foot. It's not measured in meters. I guess we're about 30 foot off the ground right now. Travelling at about 521 knot. And yeah, hopefully this will take us over towards Vegas. And we might try and do a landing. Okay, try not to hit one of these cactusy trees. Try and keep it below 100 foot. Whoa, 20 foot might be a little bit low there. We're 10 foot over that crest. Okay, let's see. A little bit more juice going here. Not sure how quick we're going to be, or how much fuel we're going to have, I should say. Looks like there's probably a road over to the right here. Let's see if we can find that. We can follow that in. Pop her at about 70% thrust here. Is that road we're crossing? Looks like it's probably... Whoa, okay, that was a little bit of aggressive turn there. Might be... Keeps seeming to be... Ah, here it is. This is what I was looking for. Pulled a couple of G's there. This road should take us into Vegas. It's a train. Okay, we're below 10 feet there. Oh, power lines. That was close. Probably fly under these power lines by the looks of it. Not on, I don't even know if there's a well, I guess there must be a way to get under that bridge mesh wise. Seems the cars are going under there. You see Vegas just off our left wing there. Whoa, okay, got a little bit low there. Keep an eye out for cranes coming down here. I don't know if these lampposts have collision meshes. I'm not willing to test it right now. Okay, I think we probably tested it a little bit there. So I guess this is Vegas. Let's see if we can't put it down somewhere around here. So, water injector switch. Where am I going to find that? That is here. This goes down to landing. I'm going to set the stabulator trim to 4 degrees nose down. And try and keep our nose up here. Keep our nose up a little bit more. Well, it was a little bit of a bumpy one, but I'd say that went pretty well. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Okay, thanks for the heads up there, pal. Let's get start back in the air here. Oh wait, before we do that, let's just quickly set that guy there. No need to worry about the water. Okay. A little bit of an unsteady takeoff. There we go. Let's say this is it's a lot of fun, the Harrier. I do enjoy it. Do we have any sort of autopilot in this? There's air to ground, obviously. I don't honestly think we do. Let's get our pitch trim set right though. Gear up. Let's get flaps into cruise. Sorry, auto. Woo, hello. And let's see about finding a place to land here. Let's head up to Nellis. So I'm going to set anti-skid switch to on. And let's head over to Nellis. And we're going to do a conventional landing at Nellis, and we're going to probably call it quits on the stream. Where's Nellis from us? Pretty much north. Let's just switch to our normal altimeter here. Do we have a pattern altitude? How do we... Okay. Gonna want to start reducing our speed pretty heavily, I imagine. And let's have a quick zoom. Is that Nellis there? Blow landing gear lever, hold. Oh, okay, alt hold. Okay, thanks pal, that's super useful. Landing gear speed is 250 knots, is it? Coming in a little bit high here, but of course coming in a little bit fast. It's going to be quite a fast landing. Certainly wasn't what I'd call a pretty landing, but still going a little bit too fast there. Okay, well, thank you for watching, everyone who actually showed up. I don't think we had many people tonight, but yeah, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, if you are on Twitch, please feel free to follow me. Also, I'm streaming on YouTube. If you want to head over there, a like and a subscribe would be absolutely amazing. And I'll see you guys next time, next Thursday at 6 PM probably. Have a good one.